Riley's still on vacation, but he left me this note to read for you guys. Don't screw this up, or else. Wow, that's actually a lot less menacing than he is in person. Epic Games and Fortnite might owe you money for a change thanks to their predatory dark patterns. Those include displaying confusing purchase prompts, promoting misleading offers, allowing underage account holders to make purchases without parental consent, and, probably the worst one to be honest, charging players unintentionally by waking the game from sleep mode during the loading screen or while customers attempted to preview an in-game item. Yeesh. Now, the full settlement happened back in 2022, but in this second phase, the FTC has approved paying $126 million in refunds to about 970,000 players. That works out to a whopping $130 each, so
it's actually not bad.
Watch out for your check in the mail, although it might not be that much. Apparently, it's happening on a case-by-case basis, depending on how much you spent. And Elijah said one of his friends got $1,200.
Now that's a power user.
As for us, we'll be waiting for our RTX 5050 to arrive because we're even more excited to review it now that NVIDIA has given a statement on why it's using GDDR6 in the desktop version instead of the GDDR7 that the laptop version is getting. What?
Laptop master race, let's go.
Apparently, this has to do with thermals and battery life, and well, GDDR7 is just so much gosh darn more efficient that mobile devices just love it. But then, why not just put the GDDR7 in both of them instead of saying that GDDR6 was the best choice for desktop?
Not enough margin, Linus.
Yeah, best choice for your shareholders maybe. Regardless, you won't have to wait much longer as the launch is going to be in the second half of July. That is, unless you're in China, then it's just July. When in July? Who knows? I know something that happened. Last generation DDR4 memory has gone from being cheap because it's old to expensive because it's really old, with DDR4 currently costing about double the price of DDR5 on DRAM exchange.
Ouch!
Now you gotta be wondering, what the heck, why? And the reason is that most companies that are still making DDR4 are manufacturing the last waves of it, and therefore are jacking up the prices to ensure that their supply won't disappear too quickly. But the problem is, there are a ton of people and businesses out there who would rather perform a simple memory upgrade instead of upgrading to an entirely new platform. So if they need it, they're basically bent over a barrel. So act fast, or you might be looking at an even higher price in the future. That is until it gets really, really, really old, and then it gets cheap again. Speaking of cheap, here's a cheap transition to our sponsor.
Saily, the global eSIM service that keeps you connected while traveling to more than 200 destinations. Well, I mean, 200? You're not gonna go to 200, what? You are? Well, it's not gonna be cheap, although you will save a nice chunk of change by downloading just one eSIM for your whole trip with Saily. They've got affordable prices for regional and global plans. The scammers waiting outside of airports to sell you sketchy local SIM cards hate this one trick. Saily eSIM plans are compatible with most iOS and Android devices, and if yours isn't compatible, you'll get a full refund. And you can still chat with support available 24/7, even if you're not paying them. Get an exclusive 15% discount on eSIM plans. Just download the Saily app and use the code TechLinked at checkout.
Sometimes I just want a few more speedy portions in my life. Is that too much to ask? No, it's not. Here's one. Shout out to China and their Lungsan server processors. You guys are catching up, and congratulations. Better late than never. You're only about 4-5 years behind Intel and AMD. Seriously though, this is an impressive feat, with the 3E6000 processor featuring a quad chiplet layout with 64 cores, 128 threads, 32 megs of cache, quad channel DDR4 support, ooh, that's gonna cost them, and a max frequency of 2.2 gigahertz. Very cool. What's not so cool is Windows changing the blue screen of death to just the SOD. That's right, it's 2025 and we're going from blue to black sometime this summer.
The Black Death.
I guess it's still a BSOD, but it's not the kind that I grew up with, and I don't like change, so I don't like it. You're still gonna get an error code at the bottom, as well as the name of the driver or other file that caused the crash, and they're saying that this is to help give users and administrators the right details to troubleshoot or diagnose. What does that have to do with changing the color? Don't you understand the brand recognition you're losing for your error? Oh, they do, they don't want it. And Nintendo is also making some dumb changes that nobody really wanted. Updates to Mario Kart World's online modes have already annoyed players when they removed the option to vote for circuit-style 3-lap tracks and limited them to the intermission sprint-style races.
I thought this was democracy.
But now, the workaround, selecting random to get a traditional race, has been squashed like a Goomba because they have added the full race roster to that list, making the odds of getting a normal track slim to none.
What is this, a communist country?
And if you've been slimming down or sizing up, maybe you can use Google's new Doppl app to update your wardrobe. It's easy. You just screenshot the outfit you want to try on, take a full body photo of yourself in a well-lit room, and hit the generate button. It's not perfect. Using mirror selfies might result in some weirdness, but hey, I can't wait to see what I'd look like in a head-to-toe leather suit. What, you don't do Jensen Fridays? And last but not least, Apple is trying to avoid some fines in the EU by giving users App Store options. This comes after negotiating with the European Commission for the last 2 months after they were fined €500 million for breaching the EU's Digital Markets Act. And of course, they're waiting until basically the last minute to make the changes. You know what, Apple? For that, I'm changing the App Store on my Nana's phone and my Oma's phone. Don't make me tell my primos. Come back Monday for more tech news. But before you go, make sure to like and subscribe on this video so that Riley doesn't beat us.